My dear students, I welcome you from my class. I am Muhammad Shahinul Islam, Assistant Teacher, Horiman Government High School, Chapainabganj, and I will take English first paper class. Okay. My dear students, look at the pictures and think about them. Are you familiar with this picture? Do you think it is a social problem? And what is the name of this problem? Okay, can you tell me? Yes, this is the problem of child marriage. So, dear students, we are going to discuss such a social problem. The name of the lesson is The Story of Lipi, Unit 4, Lesson 4. Okay. Learning outcomes. After the end of the lessons, the students will be able to ask and answer about problems, seek and give suggestions, make conditional sentences, write a story as homework. Okay, we will read the passage, but before start reading, we will explain some difficult words. So in the passage you will find these words. Respectable. Look at the image of respectable persons. Our Prime Minister is the respectable persons in our country. So respectable persons means honorable persons. Look at the sentence. The headmaster invited the respectable persons of the locality to attend the meeting. Sympathetic. Sympathetic means compassionate. The boy is sympathetic to his sister. Inevitable. That means unavoidable. Death is inevitable. Widower, whose wife died and not married again. Sentence. The man lost his wife. Now he is a widower. Homemaker. Who works as a maid servant. So homemaker works as a maid servant. Lipi's mother works as a homemaker. Shatter. That means broken into pieces. Early marriage had shattered Lipi's dream. A story of a teenage girl who was saved from early marriage. So let us read the passage. The year before last, Lipi, a 14-year-old girl, was in class 9 in a rural school in Rangpur. Lipi is the eldest of 5 children, 3 daughters and 2 sons. Their father is a day laborer working on other people's land, and mother is a homemaker and a part-time worker at other people's homes. So these sentences are not difficult. So I am not explaining these sentences. You can easily understand. The parents, particularly the mother, found it real difficult to raise 5 children on the small income of the father, and father could earn. So Lipi's father earned very little, and it was very difficult for her mother to raise 5 children with such a small income. Perhaps that is why Lipi's father wanted to marry her off. So Lipi's father took a decision to marry her off. But Lipi was not ready to accept what her parents wanted to impose on her. But Lipi was not ready to abide by the decision of her father. She wanted to pursue her education. So that is the reason why she did not want to get married. Her mother stood by her, though secretly. Her mother supported her. When her father arranged her marriage with Taramia, the only son of a farmer in the same village, she became greatly upset. So Taramia is the person with whom Lipi was decided to get married. When her father arranged her marriage with Taramia, the only son of a farmer in the same village, she became greatly upset. Taramia was a widower, illiterate but well off. Taramia was an illiterate person. He had lost his wife, but he was a rich person. His father had a few acres of arable land and was influential in the village. And his father was very influential, having a lot of power. The marriage seemed to be inevitable. So the marriage seemed to be unavoidable. Discuss in groups and agree upon an answer to this question. But now it is not possible for you to have group discussion. Just think, what do you think Lipi should do and why? Lipi first talked with her classmates and then with the head teacher, who was very sympathetic to her. The head teacher of her school was very kind and sympathetic to Lipi. He called a meeting of the teachers and students of the school. He also invited the school managing committee members and some respectable persons of the village to attend the meeting. So the head teacher called a meeting. Lipi's and Taramia's fathers attended the meeting. They also attended the meeting. Now, read the second part also. The head teacher explained in detail the serious consequences that would follow Lipi's marriage. At first, the head teacher explained the serious consequences if Lipi got married at such an early age. She would be having children from very early age, 15 or 16. It would create constant health hazards to her. So her health, so she would be attacked with many diseases. Her education would stop. On top of all, her marriage against her will might shatter her future dream. So it was against her will, because Lipi did not accept the proposal of marriage willingly. At one stage, Taramia's father stood up and tried to argue. Then Taramia's father said, "You are all making mistakes. Lipi would be very happy if she got married with Taramia. She would have everything, money, clothes, home, status in the society. Why are you trying to deprive her of this opportunity?" So, these are the reasons that Taramia's father explained in favor of the marriage. But no, the big majority who attended the meeting supported the head teacher. So Lipi's marriage was called off. She is now studying at Carmichael College, Rangpur. Okay, we have read the passage, and you will also try to read the passage again and try to understand it. Okay, I hope you will read it. Now, question 2. Make predictions, and this is a conditional clause, especially third condition. And after this, in part C, there will be a gap filling exercise where we will see first and second condition. Here the third condition. The structure of the third condition is subject plus have, subject plus had plus verb, PP, that means past participle. Then subject plus would, could or might plus have plus past participle of the verb form and extension. Okay, look at the example. If plus Lipi had married Taramia that time, so try to make a sentence of the third condition following the structures. She would have become mother of 1 or 2 children. So this sentence is given in your textbook. Now we will try to make other 3 sentences. So look at the examples. If Lipi had married Taramia at that time, another prediction, her health would have broken down. Okay. And number C, if Lipi had married Taramia at that time, her study could have stopped. And number 4, if Lipi had married Taramia at that time, she might have died or giving birth to child at an early age. Okay, now try to complete the sentences. Okay, you will try. These 4 sentences you will try to complete. Okay, we will pass on to next activity, that is activity C. In this activity, fill in the blanks in the passage with will or would. We know that will is used in future action and would is used in past tense. So when the action is in the past tense, that is in the second condition we will use would, and if the sentence is in the first condition we will use will. Okay, Miss Anjali Borua, a retired college teacher, is a widow who lives in her own flat in Dhaka. At this stage of her life, she wants to do something for the people of her village in Sherpur district. Her only daughter lives in Khunla with her husband and children. Right now, she is in her village home. She is writing about her future plan in a diary. Okay, after that, gap filling exercise will come. I don't exactly know how I should go about my plan, but one thing I know for sure. So this is the first condition. So will is used. I will need a lot of money for the work. If I had million taka, so subject plus had, so this is the first condition. So what will we use? Will or would? Certainly would. I would start an adult education center. Then if I found an expert on adult education, so found. This is the past tense, so would is used. I would prepare learning materials for people. If you ask him what the materials, so ask is the present tense, so will is used. So number 4, will. He will be able to, number 5, he will be able to explain in detail. Now rest of the exercise. I know if people attended the classes at the center, so attended, this is the past tense. So which model will we use? Of course would. They would learn how to read, write and count. I just definitely give time to this project, so for 7 will is used. But to carry out project successfully, I just have to live in the village. Again will have to live in the village almost permanently. Here is a problem. Who does take care? So again will. Who will take care of my flat in Dhaka? If I had good reliable man, so had is the past tense, so would will be used. I would, number 10, I would make him caretaker of my flat. But where dash find such a man? So where will I find such a man? So I have explained the gap filling exercise. Now I have written the answers. So check your answers. Number 1 will, number 2 would, number 3 would, number 4 will, number 5 will, number 6 would, and number 7 will, number 8 will, number 9 will, and number 10 would, and number 11 will. Okay. Evolution. Who is Lipi and where did she come from? Just answer my question. Of course, Lipi is a 14-year-old girl and the students of class 9. Where did she come from? She came from Rangpur. How many brothers and sisters did Lipi have? Okay, Lipi had 2 sisters and 2 brothers. What did she do to escape from her early marriage? So can you answer this question? Of course, she at first talked to the head teachers. So she took help from the head teachers of her school. Where is Lipi studying now? So can you answer? The last line. Yes, Lipi is studying in Carmichael College, Rangpur. So this is a famous college in our district. Now homework. My dear students, I have not given you any new homework. I have just given the homework which is given to you by our education ministry. So this is a story writing. Read the beginning of the story, write 10 new sentences to complete the story in a way you would like. Nila, a young girl of 14, is a student of class 9 of Noapara Girls High School. Noapara. She was a poor girl but had an aspiration to help her family for a better life. On her way to school, a boy named Alom used to tease her very often, but she did not get frustrated. Rather, so think about it and try to complete the story with 10 sentences. So, my dear student, no more today. Try to read at home, stay at home. So thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you.